Yo, what is going on guys? My name's JPhanta and welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I am counting down my 5 picks for Super Strike cards you should unlock their dupe paths for and unlock their abilities. Honestly, you should unlock all the Super Strike cards at dupe paths at least. With the legendary campaign currently on while I'm recording, it is the perfect time to start grinding, with the campaign allowing you to break the 100 team cost limit, double awakening medal drops, and character drop rates being increased. Now the list is in no particular order and is completely my opinion. So let's get started. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this video, and if there is a card that I have not mentioned in this video, make sure you comment down below which card should deserve abilities unlocked and why. So the first card we have is Tenacious Clan King Cold. If you don't know his abilities, he can lower the attack when he super attacks, and he reduces all enemies' attack by 25% with his passive skill. Now I decided to pick this card in particular because due to the fact that he can debuff with his super attack, and not only that, if you put additionals on him, he can do it twice, and with the stack upon his passive, so he will reduce a lot of damage if you can pull off an additional super attack. What is also good about the King Cold is that he is a physical type, so he is possible to get a level 20 additional, so it will be a much higher chance of getting the additional attack compared to other types. So that is the first card I chose that should deserve at least some abilities unlocked. So the next unit we have here is Raging Counterstrike Mecha Frieza. I chose him because, like King Cold, he can lower the attack with his super attack, and the difference between Mecha Frieza and King Cold is that King Cold's more of a defensive card, while Mecha Frieza is more of an aggressive card with his passive skill, giving him attack plus 40% when key is 6 or more. So even with this, you still want to focus on additionals just because Super Strike cards compared to all the cards you can summon now do a lot less damage compared to them. So you want to focus debuffing your opponent. But on the bright side is that his passive skill is for 6 key or more, which is really good because even though the additional super attacks will make him do a 9 key super attack, it will still get him that attack plus 40%. So it will still do somewhat decent damage compared to if he had, you know, no attack boost, obviously. So that was the second card that I've chosen. So the third card we are choosing today is the Redhot martial artist Pike or Luhan, however you want to pronounce it. So like the other two cards that we mentioned already, he can lower the attack with his super attack, and you can see the theme is obviously with the super attack getting the additionals. AGL being the second type to have focusing on additional attacks, it's really good. He can get a level 20 additional, so you can get the highest chance of getting a super attack additional. Now what's good about him is that he has the shocking speed link, and with his typing, the link shocking speed is very common in AGL, so that is very good. His passive skill is all allies attack plus 15% when HP is 50% or above. So even though it does have a requirement, it is pretty easy to stay up to that 50% or above requirement. And with Super Strike cards, they're more of a supporting unit. You're not gonna really making him the hardest hitter on your team, so giving all allies attack plus 15% is really good. That's pretty much a fierce battle link. So that is why I chose him as one of the 5 cards to put some abilities on, and as of now I use him in my main AGL team, so I do recommend putting some orbs into him. Our second last card we are choosing is Intensified Killing Cyborg Tail. Now for his super attack, he doesn't lower the attack. Don't worry, we went through all of those already. This time he has a rare chance to stun the enemy. So again, we're going to focus on additionals, even though he is strength and his type does focus on criticals, giving you that level 5 crit for free. Giving additionals is very good. You want to have that second chance to stun the enemy because a rare chance is about 20% of occurring. So having that second try does help getting that stun off, because a stun could mean completing an event or failing an event. His passive skill is high chance of attack plus 70%, so that's really good. If you 100% this guy and give him all the abilities, he's going to have level 15 additional and level 11 crit. So if he gets the passive off and the crit, he can still do amazing damage. He has the highest attack boost of out of all of the Super Strike cards, so that is really good. He has revival as well, which is a pretty common link with the villains and stuff like that. And he can super attack at 9 keys. So even if you don't have the best key links or you know, starting off with only 3 ki, he is bound to get a super attack easily. So that is the 4th card that I recommend you put some abilities into him. And we're going to go to the last card. So before we get into the final card, I do want to have an honorable mention, and that is the Vegeta Kid. He's not out for global at the moment, just for JP, but he's still affected in this list. And the reason why I chose him to be an honorable mention is that, one, he has extreme damage multiplier, which is the highest for a Super Strike card. Even though it's not the only extreme multiplier card in the set, he has a passive skill of attack plus 50% when performing a super attack. So this is a guaranteed when he super attacks. Unlike Mercenary Tower, which is a high chance, he'll get his passive off every single time he super attacks. So that's really good. And when you get his max SA, he gets a 20% attack boost, which is really good. So in total, he gets a 70% attack boost. And in my opinion, I would focus on giving him criticals. This is only if you don't have a good hard-hitting 8GL unit. You probably do by the time you have this card, but it's definitely a good filler card. And if you don't have a AGL leader, he can definitely be ran. He gives AGL types ki plus 3 and HP and attack plus 30%. So no defense, but defense isn't the most important stat to increase anyway. So we're on to the final card. So the last and final spot, you guessed it, it's Mighty Mask. Now, I'm not saying Mighty Mask is the most important card out of all the Super Strike cards to get 100% or get all the abilities for him. He just happens to be in the last spot, so anyway. Leader skill, AGL and tech types ki plus 3, that's pretty much outdated leader skill. He causes extreme damage and greatly lowers defense. So, not only does he have extreme damage, he's the only Super Strike card that greatly lowers something. It happens to be defense, but it's still very useful, especially in the Brawly event, where you have to lower the defense to do some damage to him if you don't have the Link skill. Fortunately enough, he does have the Link skill, which is Blazing Battle, and he does have Super Saiyan, so I think that gives 1 ki to other Super Saiyan characters as well. Now, what I would focus on is definitely additionals. You don't want to put crits. His passive skill is completely useless. Attack plus 50% when facing 2 or more enemies, which is very rare. Probably the only times where you verse 2 or more enemies is in the 1st or 2nd stage of an Adult Gotenks event or the story mode, which isn't too hard. So additionals, get that double additional super attack and greatly lower his defense twice, and you'll be doing a lot more damage than you would without it. So that is my list of the 5 or 6, if you include the honorable mention, Super Strike cards that you should give abilities and orbs to. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you give this video a like, comment down below, of course, like I said at the start of the video, a Super Strike card that you think deserved to be in this spot and why. Share this video around if you think this was useful. But as always, thank you guys for watching. It's been JPhanta, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay fizzy, peace out.